I think they hit free throws, and they went on a little run, and we didn't fight back when adversity hit. We kind of hung our heads, and, that's an area we grew in recently. And I think it's just about, moving on to the next game now.
Madison Smith went for 30 today. I mean, that was a career high for her. I mean, could y'all tell that, she just had it?
Yeah, I think she just had the hot hand today. It wasn't like, she was just doing crazy stuff. She just really had the hot hand. She was a good shooter.
Did y'all try different stuff on her defensively, or I know you were on her some?
Yeah. No, not really. Just try to keep the ball away from her. But, sometimes you just really can't stop the hot hand.
As you guys go to Kansas City now, I mean, how do you kind of flip the switch and get back to, maybe the team that was playing also?
We just got to look at it 0-0. We can just finally flush this away. We don't have to talk about what we did in the past anymore. All we have to talk about now is what we're going to do because it's elimination now. So it doesn't matter what we did in Big 12 non-conference. It matters what we do in Big 12 tournament and the NCAA tournament.
As leaders on the team, how do you kind of help the new kids, that haven't played in the Big 12 tournament, and that's a new experience for them?
We just got to put in the air that you don't want to go home early because it's very embarrassing to lose the first round. And then it's embarrassing to lose the second round because you worked so hard the first round. So making it to the championship, we just have to tell them, look, guys, we won last year. And I don't know if they don't have that taste of winning yet. So sometimes I think that's the difference between the returners and the newcomers. They never had what it felt like to have the rings, the trophy, the confetti. They haven't experienced that yet. And I think that if we tell them, if you want to this year, we got to go play hard.
Sarah, how much did you want to do it for Caitlin, for Jamie?
I really want to go out there and win for them tonight. When I was tired, I was like, hey, you got to keep fighting. You got to keep playing for Kate and Jamie. Nobody wants their senior night to end like this, and most definitely going to try to go win it all in Kansas for them.
Sarah, what have they meant for this program? Just playing with them.
They've meant a lot. Leadership, when we're down, they pick us up and carry us. They show that maturity, and they show the younger kids what it looks like. Like Jamie said, she's been there before. Her and Kate know what it takes to win. So I think, that leadership role and, putting the ball in the hole for us, too, especially.
Sarah, in that third quarter, you had some three-pointers, and it just seemed like y'all were on a little bit of a run. Did you guys feel like that? Going in the fourth quarter, hey, we got this?
Yeah, we went on a little run, but then I think you saw it was just that type of night. As soon as we went on the run, you saw Jaden get that layup, but then they call a foul. It was just one of those nights where it was like as soon as we thought we got over the hump, we were right back down at adversity.
Anything else? Thanks, ladies.
Thank you.
When you look at the box score, it clearly was. That's the difference in the game. We made one more shot. We out-rebounded them. We got on the glass more. We turned it over way too much in the second half. We had 6 at the half, I think, and so to turn it over 12 times in the second half, that's 12 opportunities. When you're not shooting it great, you need shots on goal. Obviously, it was like a tie game going into the fourth, so it came down to late game execution, people making plays, and they had kids step up for them in the fourth. Hemingway had a basket. It was just a little bit of everybody, made plays down the stretch. And, I said it on the radio. I think that West Virginia and Texas are both really, really good defensively, and they're very different at how they do it. Texas is going to pressure you at every position and deny the next pass. And so they can speed you up and make you feel frantic, and we just didn't get frantic against them. West Virginia is just methodically slows you down, and they do it really, really well. And I got to learn to be a better coach against what she does, clearly, because she's beaten us twice this year, and with the same style, beat us last year at South Dakota, so I got some work to do when it comes to scoring against West Virginia, because I do think no matter who's on their roster, philosophically, she's going to do what she does. And when you look at the fourth quarter, they were 5 feet behind the arc on Jaden. When we would rise bugs to the three-point line, they would stay on the charge arc. Like it would have been so easy to just like make a reverse pass, step into it, and shoot it if you've got a shooter in those positions. But, they were letting Jamie catch the ball on the wing and square up and shoot it too, So they just kind of dare you to shoot it. And, you don't want to get into the settle mode. But we didn't offensive rebound enough those misses. I thought we were better offensive rebounding as the game went along, but we didn't consistently offensive rebound. So I thought we had a chance to be really good in the first half, and we wanted to play 5 out. Our post didn't want to roll. I mean, they just, for whatever reason, when we would roll, we got the ball near the rim, shot layups, or traveled before we shot a layup, but we were hitting and sticking and standing, and we didn't put enough pressure on the rim when we needed to early. And then the free throws, all game long. I felt like one of the changes in the game was hustle play. Sarah misses a shot. We get the offensive rebound. She puts it back up, doesn't make it, gets 2 foul shots. And that was a chance to keep us, in a 2-possession game. And we missed 2 free throws there. But, I think this wasn't a game where you can say, okay, well, we had people that aren't good free throw shooters at the line. Like, it was everybody. Jamie missed her 2, Sarah missed her 2, Bella missed her 2. So I thought we settled too much early, and then we weren't ready to shoot, move, cut, because we got a lot of easy shots when we just played side to side with pace. And that's what you got to do, play side to side with pace. And then when they're collapsing, you're going to find wide open people.
Madison Smith for them went off. I mean, is that a little bit of just sometimes you just tip your hat to him because she was hitting some shots that your defense wasn't bad.
Yeah, our defense wasn't great on her, though. I thought we fouled her too much in the first half. That was the big problem early. Statistically, she plays great at home and doesn't shoot it very well on the road. So she and Quinterly kind of reverse roles. Quinterly usually is better on the road than she is at home. But I thought the fact that Kaya Watson went 3 for 5, she was the X factor. When you compare that, like for her, she was 3 for 5 from 3, and she took kind of the same type of shots that Bella took as their 4, and that Bella knocks down at a higher percentage typically than Watson. But I thought Watson's were daggers. I thought both of them were mistakes on our part. She should never be that open. Like, we weren't giving her open shots. But, I thought she was kind of the X factor. But I thought Madison set the tempo early. We talked about how you can't back up against her. And there were times when we just played her with our hands down and she took threes. So I thought she made some tough shots off the bounce for sure. I mean, that's where I thought, I don't think she should have gotten 11 threes off. But I think the 7 twos that she took, she obviously shot those well. And that's, not typically her game. And so she stepped up big for them.
How frustrating was that start of the fourth quarter when you had chances? Because y'all hadn't led since like early in the second quarter. You had 2 or 3, 4 chances there early to take the lead.
Yeah, we were just turning the basketball over, we missed some easy ones, but turnovers hurt us. You saw, like, there's so much congestion, but we're not looking in front of us and seeing where it's at, and deciding, where's the space? When you're going to drive the basketball, you have to find the space. You have to find the gap. You got to get in a spread situation where you can drive it into a gap with the shooter in the corner. And we kept trying to drive it back to the middle. We got in transition and we dropped, we execute a pin down action, dropped it to Bugs and fumbled it out of bounds. Like, we just couldn't quite finish on plays, and we got some good looks. We couldn't finish them. So, I don't know if Kate was emotional. These senior days are hard. But, I thought, it was a tough game to coach. I wasn't sure where the whistle was coming at times and why it wasn't coming at other times. I just wasn't sure, and that's the hardest thing as a coach. We got called for an illegal screen where they switched the screen and we were posting. Like, there's a big difference between rolling down when they're trying to get under a screen, but they were going to 3-4 switch. So that was just a post up. So for the calls that were made to me were tough because the calls that they made with a minute to go in the game weren't the same ones they called the first minute of the game. So it was just hard to gauge. Like, I thought Bugs got two hands shoved in the back multiple times in the first quarter, and all of a sudden, like, Bella got the call in the fourth with 1 minute and 1 second to go when we're down 10. So, and I'm not saying that Dawn was super happy with the whistle either. And at the end of the day, we both went to the line similar amount of times. I just thought when you think about the illegal screen on Kate, if they call that on them, she's shooting 2 free throws. So that's a huge swing. Kate picking up a foul versus us being in the bonus and shooting 2 free throws. And I just don't know how that was an illegal screen. I just don't. I'm not saying we don't illegally screen sometimes, but I didn't see that one for sure. So yeah, we didn't play well enough in the fourth quarter, but I'll tell you, we didn't execute early. And I thought that we would have had a chance to create energy early if we'd have executed better at the beginning, or made free throws at the beginning. You can't shoot yourself in the foot like that from the foul line. And we haven't. We were bad in non-conference play from the foul line. And a lot of times it was our post players. So we made our post players shoot lots and lots and lots of extra free throws. And then we made our guards start shooting them when they weren't shooting. And I'm not saying we don't shoot them, but like extra, where they had to make 200 every week and have them recorded. But we've been really good from the foul line in conference play. So this was not us today. And it's sad because to play as well as we did at Texas and to kind of follow it up with this, I think I probably feel a lot like Vic did at his press conference on Monday, where he didn't understand why his team looked like that 48 hours after going on the road at OU. I don't understand why our team didn't execute after having basically 2 days off, a little extra rest, then 2 practices. It didn't help us. Jaden missed Thursday and Friday being sick. We hadn't seen her since Wednesday. We've just been battling that all season, but yeah, they feel bad for the fans.
Think you get Iowa State in the Big 12 tournament, and obviously you guys have been good on neutral floors and away from Waco.
Yeah, that's not a neutral floor. We're playing the home team. Anyone was there last year. I think they had about 10,000 in the semis, Iowa State fans. So until that tournament is moved, that's an Iowa State home game, both on the men's and the women's side. So, but that's fine. Their fans are awesome. They travel well. We've played better on the road and on neutral floors than we have at home, unfortunately or fortunately now. So another chance for us to kind of start a new season, and hopefully we look at it like that, that we're, after a day off, we're ready to go, we're ready to prepare. We certainly know we're capable of beating them, and if we play well and execute, and we're just going to have to be ready to play really good basketball. Thank you.
Thanks, Nick.